and welcome to Sullivan's Farm. Thoughts are turning to fertiliser today. We got a bit delivered there yesterday evening, so we'll go down in a while and look at what we got and where we're going to spread it and what we're going to use to spread it and all that kind of stuff. But time to move the cattle first. They're going to their last paddock of what is the first rotation of grazing, and they've given a good skinning off to all the paddocks around here, so we should be set up well for grass after this. We'll move them, they're waiting on us. Sick! They're a bit slow for all the bawling wanting to come out. There's a lot of sniffing going around as well instead of just walking after me. Sick! That's the wire up on them. Off they go, scratching and smelling and looking around, and heads down in a couple of seconds, all going well. As we're passing, I must take down that reel now that they're finished. This is the one they just came out of. They were in this a couple of days ago, and then they were working their way over from here when they came out. I have the golf bag ready to take down the stakes. It's handy when you're running up the wire, rolling up the wire and gathering the stakes all at the same time. So we'll do that maybe later on. First jobs first. Just quickly to show you and say thanks to whoever put in the comment a couple of weeks ago there when I was messing taking off the bucket and putting on the fork on the loader. I started putting it up on a pallet, which makes it easier. I was going to be more and put it under it, but even having it at that height compared to leaving it on the ground makes a big difference. So thanks again. On to the first main job of the day then, and this is the urea. First time using it in the big bag, so we'll see how it goes. It's apparently better value for nitrogen per kilo, or kilos of nitrogen per ton, or something like that. Anyway, we'll believe what we're told. When it comes to price, might be a different thing. And I also got a pallet or 2 ton of 18612. Now that's mostly for silage, and the urea is mostly for grazing, but some of the urea will be going out on the silage ground as well. I'll be spreading about a half a bag of urea to the acre for the grazing ground. So that's about 50 kgs. I think I worked it out. That's about between 20 and 25 units, which I think is enough based on the soil test results at the time of year and the grass and all that kind of thing. But I'll have to double check the fertiliser requirements again. I'm not exactly sure how much to throw out for that, but I'll check that. We'll do the grazing ground first, and then we'll do the silage ground maybe in the afternoon. Depends on 20 other things, I suppose, the usual kind of carry on. Fertiliser spinner lives in here when it's not on the back of the tractor. Have a little trolley for getting it in and out. One of the wheels broke, so bottom one there broke, which makes it a bit easier putting it on and taking it off the tractor. So we'll fix that and we'll get it loaded up. So somebody was asking in the last video whether I do it myself or get a contractor to do it. And this is just what I use. I bought it second hand 2 years ago, and it's doing the job for me. I sprayed 5 ton last year. The plan is to spread 3.5 ton this year, maybe 4 ton, and go from there. Hopefully the farmyard manure, the dung out of the shed, will help with making the grass grow as well. It takes a little bit of jiggling and wriggling to get it out of the house and on, but we're on now, so we'll throw in a few bags. We'll see what we're at. Have 6 bags loaded up now. You could fit 10, but I don't think I've ever put 10 into it. And I kind of tend to put in what I need to put in to do a particular set of paddocks or something. So if I'm spreading a half bag of urea per acre over 12 acres, I'll put in 6 bags, because I'm still not 100% sure of the settings for the spinner or for the speed of the tractor, and there's no GPS around here, and I'd struggle to justify spending big money on the GPS system. So I have a fair idea, and I put in the right amount of fertiliser for the number of acres I'm spreading, and I get close enough at that, or close enough for me anyway. That's how much is left after spreading the 6 bags, so I'm happy enough with that. We've covered all of the fields, there's a couple of paddocks, and we'll head back for more now. And just like that, the day is gone. It's nearly 8 o'clock now, which is fairly late for me to be finishing up, but it was a bit of a higgledy-piggledy day on the fertiliser. There was a problem with the safety switch on the power take-off lever on the tractor, so that kind of delayed things a bit. But a very good mechanic and a very nice man came from Casey's in Kilmeaden, sorted that out. So I got to finish the fertiliser after feeding the calves this evening. Had to do a bit of a grass walk too to try and figure out just how many silage paddocks we could spread the fertiliser on to. Stocking rate is a little bit higher as well. So I'm not 100% sure yet what the final fertiliser fields or what the final silage fields will be, but I think I got most of them. Depending on growth and cattle demand, there might be a few more paddocks that'll drop out if grass gets a bit too strong, and hopefully around the middle of May we'll be ready to rock with the first cut of silage. So thanks a million for watching. That's the silage plan, or the fertiliser, silage and grazing fertiliser all spread as well. If you've any ideas on urea versus can, or 18612 versus pasture sward or cut sward, throw them into the comments below, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a million for watching. Good luck.